After a nice first night in Port-au-Prince in this cool little hotel, we woke up the next morning to this vibrant, colorful bus. And I'm telling you, the bus is not as vibrant, as colorful as the ride we were about to go on. Pastor Mike had warned us, but I don't know if any of us were really prepared for what was to come. But it was all worth it when we got at the end of that bus ride and we showed up at Hope Vision Ministries.
We're here at Hope Vision Orphanage, and the director is Pastor Andy, and there are about 45 kids here at Hope Vision, and as you can tell, they're having a great time, always laughing, always games to be played, they're always smiling, and if you ever get an opportunity to come and be a part of this at Hope Vision, you will be worn out. These kids will jump all over you, on your backs, on your head, on your face, and you'll just have a great time. But these kids, they love Jesus, and Pastor Andy is doing a great job here taking care of them, making sure they have food and clothes to wear and a nice shelter that they have here. And so this is it. This is Hope Vision Orphanage right here on the water. You can actually dive out of the room that the ladies are sleeping in at night. You can actually just dive out of that room into the ocean. And so it's a great little place. But as we've talked about before, they're going to be moving a couple of miles out of town. And they're in the process of building new dorms for the kids and a new place for Pastor Andy to live. So this is Hope Vision. And thanks for partnering with Pastor Andy and Hope Vision, and thanks for loving on these kids. We've just taken an hour-long boat ride across the water to the island of Tortuga. Here on Tortuga is where you guys at Oak Point helped us purchase some land, and Pastor Andy has planted a church here, and the pastor here, his name is Pastor C. And so this is the land that you guys helped purchase. It's a couple of acres of land. It's about a third of the way up the mountain. And it is plush with mango trees and lemon trees and breadfruit. As you can see here, we also have a temporary worship center. This is also you helped make this happen with the money that you gave from Oak Point. You were able to help build this temporary place for the church to worship here on Tortuga. And I just want to say thank you for all that you made possible through your giving so that this church could be planted here on this island. You'll also notice here in this hole, it's a former place where voodoo sacrifices were made. So isn't it amazing how at one time this was a place where the voodoo doctors would worship, and now it's a place where they can worship God. And so thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for making this possible. I know that Pastor Andy really appreciates your support.
I'm just excited to see the group come and bring lot of gifts for us, for the children, and I'm just happy. My wife and I, we're very excited about that.
I wanted to do something that would make a difference and show God's love to people. And I said, well, what's their number one need? What do they need the most? And their answer was shoes. And in that moment, I just felt like God told me, well, you have to do shoes. That's your project, your project shoes. I'm here in Haiti, and I have 90 of the 520 pairs of shoes that we've raised.
And here is the kids' Christmas morning. You can see they are stoked. And this was an awesome experience, watching these kids open these gifts and just realizing how much we have here in the States and how little they have in Haiti. And just watching these kids open these gifts and cherishing the few things they got compared to what we have here in America was another, probably the 100th eye-opening experience that all of us had here in Haiti. Thoroughly enjoyable time loving on these kids.
And we just want to say thank you for what you've done to be a part of our sponsorship here with Hope Vision Ministries. And so this is just a few of the kids. I think we have 5 of them here. So we'll start over here and let Stan and Jackie introduce a couple of kids. And so go ahead, guys.
This is Tevins. He is our sponsor. Mine is Stan's. He's 2. He's still in the baby room. And this is Taisha. And Taisha is 6. And she's Ronnie and Christy sponsor Taisha. And Ronaldo, our Grow Group sponsors Ronaldo, and he is 8.
All right, and then next we have Mr. James. What's up, Mr. James? James is sponsored by the Johnson Grow Group that meets on Friday night, and also Jeannie Norris helps sponsor James. James, how old are you? 10. James is 10 years old, and he is wide open. A very active young man. Never slow down, do you, James? What's your favorite game? What do you like to play? Yeah, what game? Huh? Nintendo. He likes Nintendo. He's from America. No. But so we appreciate the Johnson Group and Jenny Norris to help us sponsor Mr. James. And then here is Mark Kinley. Mark Kinley is sponsored by the Stevenson Group. And so Mark Kinley, how old are you? 18. He's 18 years old. And as you can tell, he's listening to some kind of music. What are you listening to? What kind of music do you like? Worship stuff. So he's listening to some worship music. So Mark Kinley is a friend to all these kids. He is a great young man, and I've been able.
What an absolutely awesome trip for everybody involved. Everyone that went was changed and impacted in a positive way. And I just want to thank you guys at Oak Point for supporting us and giving this boy a trip that he will not soon forget. Thank you, Oak Point.
Thank you.